Hi friends, Starry, and are you ready to save some more money on your grocery bill? Raise your hand, because I know I am. I actually have to rebuild this pantry, and I'm on a budget. So every time I go to the grocery store, I really have to implement control and my brain power in order to make sure that I don't get lured into buying things I don't need, lured into buying sale items that are going to go to waste, and then actually looking at some of the things that are in these stores that maybe I could actually make myself and save even more money. So I love it when I can grab the camera, bring you friends with me shopping, and give you some of those tips. Now today we're going to the Mennonite store where they have a lot of closeout items and out of stock items and overstock items. They have just about everything, but you still have to be keenly aware of what you're buying. So let's get going on the shopping trip so that I can teach some of you some of my tricks and we can save some money the next time we go to the grocery store. All right, let's go. You know, the one thing that we forget to stock up on is stuff for our dogs, right? Now I'll buy bulk barley and grains and stuff for my pets, and I'll make my own dog food. But look at this. If there is canned foods here that are grain free, and if you're lucky enough, oh look, grain free, if you're lucky enough to find this stuff, $1.19, not bad. And for long-term storage for your pets, a good idea. So I'll stock up for Mario some of that grain-free dog food. And one of the nice things is when I'm doing my camping with the dog, this really comes in handy. So look for those at some of these discount market stores. Don't forget about taking care of your pets and buying in bulk for them. The other thing I want to remind everybody is you can make your own laundry detergent soap. Now these aren't bad prices, but with a little Felsnap soap and washing soda and I think it's some baking soda, I make a wet laundry soap, which is a liquid, or you can do a dry. You can save so much money. So even in these discount stores, try to stay away from buying conventional laundry detergent and make your own. And you know what? I'll do a video on it because you're going to save a lot. Because we always have laundry, right? Now sometimes in these discount stores, you'll find unique items like this. 200 calories, Top Care Slim Supreme Shake Mix. You know what? Shake mixes are something that you probably should have in your pantry. And the reason being is like a lot of powders, like a protein powder is always good. Getting something that will give you a lot of calories in a very condensed version, great to have on the shelf. And even as a nurse, I recommend that for people, especially when you get older, we waste away and it's hard to get calories in. So doing something like a Slim Fast like that, which has a lot of protein, a lot of calories, and look, they even have Boost. Boost is very good. And nowadays they even have it for people who are diabetics. So if you want something that has a lot of calories, has good protein and minerals, and is really a power-packed meal, this stuff is really good to put on your pantry shelf and have. Now here's another good buy. Buying things in concentrate, like this orange juice. This is concentrate, $2.29. This can go on your shelf and you can have this forever, and then you'll have orange juice, great source of vitamin C. And remember, apple cider vinegar, you can make your own, but you really should have it in your pantry. Friends, please learn how to do your own apple cider vinegar. This is a great buy. It's organic, but again, you will get the most benefit if you make your own. This is raw, unfiltered. Now, if you really want to stock up on something like this, it's a great idea. You should really learn how to make it yourself, but it is an essential in your pantry. This is a really great buy for olive oil, and there's nothing wrong with olive oil. It's very healthy. But remember, when you're putting it on your pantry shelf, it has a limit. You can't store this long term. The only long-term oil you can store is something like solid coconut oil. And speaking of coconut oil, there you go, $6 coconut oil. And this is, well, this isn't cold pressed. Again, be very careful. Cold pressed is what you want. It has the most nutrient values of the coconut oils, but the shelf life of this is in. Now there's a lot of canned goods here, and I'm not touting not ever buying canned goods, because you know, there's some things that you won't be able to can yourself, and if that's the case, just be very particular with your prices and really watch the content of, say, the sodium. You know, here's green beans, which you can can your own, but say you didn't get a chance to grow any. 290 milligrams of sodium in this one can of green beans. You know, they do that obviously because it's part of their processing, but when you buy canned goods, that's what you're going to get, is a lot of sodium. Remember that. Leaf spinach, we have 310. Okay, so if you have hypertension, heart disease, you're watching your sodium intake. Canned goods, if you're not doing it yourself, be very particular about what you pick and choose to stock up on. And remember, all your beans, your lentils, your pinto beans, all of that can be purchased in bulk. Don't waste your time buying little bags like this. You're going to be nickel and diming yourself. All right, and one last thing, my friends. You know, there's a lot of processed stuff, like goodies and candies and all that. There's nothing wrong with treats. And stocking up in your pantry, something that you really like, that's sweet and, you know, make you feel good, stock up on it. You know, don't feel guilty about it. You know, here's iced oatmeal cookies. Well, I don't know about the Frito-Lay stuff, but you know what? It's all in moderation, right? So if you come to these stores and you really are tempted to buy like some candy stuff, like over there, here's all the candy stuff. It's for long term and it will last. Candy lasts forever, so don't forget about that. And you'll save a lot of money if you come to these type of stores and buy your Snickers and your Twix bars and your Butterfingers than any other conventional store.